Hey guys, it's ArchieLuxury. ArchieLuxury from the ArchieLuxury channel, the Paul Pluta channel, and ArchieLuxury corporate. Guys, keep watching. Keep watching. I need the viewers. I need the viewers. I need the subs. I need it. Like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Tell your friends, whether you like them or hate them. Just tell them anyhow. ArchieLuxury on YouTube. Hi guys, it's Paul Pluta, and I am back in the saddle. This is paid review 20 SE72, 20 SE72, and this here is for Dean. Before we start this, let's do a quick wristwatch check. I'm wearing a Patek Philippe 5196. It's a Grand Classique from Patek Philippe. Now, Dean has sent me an email, which he's asking a question that I'd like to turn into a video. Hey Arch, I've sent you some money via PayPal today for some advice. I have never purchased online before and was wondering if you thought this was a good buy. They said they could get it to Toronto without any issues. In Canada, this watch is about 20,000 brand new. Here's the link, and thank you for the feedback. So this is a very good question. A lot of people, they come into the hobby and they want to buy a watch, and my best advice, as soon as I was starting to read this, I was thinking to myself, go to David SW, go to David SW, go to David SW. And believe it or not, this guy here actually sent me a link which was from David SW. So I want to put this video together here, and I immediately went back to him and said, hey, I trust David SW 100%. He's a great guy, great dealer. He's a sponsor. He is a sponsor of my program, but I can tell you this now. I wouldn't be spruiking him if he wasn't any good. If he was lousy, I definitely wouldn't be spruiking them. Now, so how do you know if you've got a good deal? If it's a good deal, how do you know this? And that is a really good point. Now, this watch here is a JLC Reverso Tribute Moon Duo Phase. Now, this is an absolute eye-catching watch. So basically, this is a steel Reverso manual wind. The Tribute, it has got two faces. You can set two different times there. One side is white, and the other side is a dark. Is it a blue or a black? Well, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so the question is, what do I think of this deal? Now, what I highly recommend is, if you are buying a pre-owned wristwatch, you've got to trust the seller. If the seller is dodgy or something goes wrong, hey man, it can be a real disaster. In fact, I'd always say to you, it's better to pay a little bit more and have some certainty. If you deal with a good dealer, it's going to make a huge difference. Now, I happen to like David SW. I think he's extremely ethical. I think his prices are pretty good, and he's a good guy to do business with. But there are some other dealers that are also good. Now, what I would highly recommend is, I would be very hesitant if you were buying from eBay from a private seller. Not that all private sellers are crooks or all they're bad. The problem is that if you are a rookie, you are taking a big chance. So by dealing with a good dealer, you're fixing up that probability of a disaster. Now, okay, so he's found this watch here. It is personally, what do I think of this watch? I think it's absolutely gorgeous watch. That's my own opinion on this watch. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. Now he says that it's just under $10,000. It's just under $10,000 and 10,000 US. and I gotta say, so what do I think of this sort of deal here? So what do? How do you price check? How do you know whether you are actually getting a good deal, or if it's, you might be paying a bit high? So what I would certainly do is, I'll give you some tips, but just quickly, the price, he's saying it's actually 13,000 Canadian dollars, which he's saying they retail for about 20. Yep. So it's big saving to buy a pre-owned one of these. I would jump onto Chrono 24. Chrono 24. That's where I would have just to do a bit of a price check. Now this one here at David SW is 9,975. If you tell him you know ArchieLuxury, he may even give you a bit extra discount. You never know your luck. It's worth asking. And just having a look at on Chrono 24, this same model. So basically, I just typed in JLC with the reference number Q3958420, and that coincidentally is actually a pretty damn good price. It just so happens that's actually cheaper than the most of the other ones that are there. Actually, there's only one which is 9,950. So $25 difference, and I'd rather. So now the thing is, it's not always about getting the cheapest. People get too worked up. Often people look at the cheapest one. Has it got the right brace? Like, does it have the right deployment class? Does it have box papers? All that stuff there can really affect your price. So if you are going to use Chrono 24 to price check, that's what I'd be doing. And you don't necessarily want to use the cheapest one on Chrono 24. I know many of the Chinese sellers and some less than reputable sellers, they'll be the cheapest, but they're just fishing for leads. So you don't always want to take the cheapest one from there. You want to, if you're going to use Chrono 24 as a price guide, make sure you're looking at one from a Western world or your own home country. That's what I would be seriously doing there. Look, I think that is to be honest with you, as a watch, what do I think of it? Totally honest with you, for under 10,000, a JLC dual time moon phase, it's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely, positively gorgeous. It's a beautiful watch. JLC is a top brand. It's a brand I think that's got great potential, because JLC is they've a movement maker. They've done so many beautiful pieces. Do I think that's worth the money? I gotta be honest with you, if you're looking for a beautiful, elegant, it's a dress piece, how could you beat that? I'm wearing my Patek. Look, I bought this pre-owned. Do I prefer this small? Well, it's a Patek, but it's very plain Jane. It's only well, this one's a manual wind as well, but it's basically minutes, hours, seconds. It's not a dual time with a moon phase, is it? It's just pretty standard. Now that's part of the charm of the Calatrava, but I gotta be honest with you, the tribute, the JLC tribute moon, it's gorgeous. How could you not love it? Absolutely love it to death. How could you not love it completely? And I think as far as a watch goes, for just under the $10,000 mark, that's got a lot of punch. It's Hortorology, JLC, top brand, doesn't get better. I mean, Patek, Lange, is possibly, a little bit APVC, then JLC. JLC has supplied movements to AP, Patek, and Vacheron. So the Reverso, absolutely iconic, classic. It's a very gorgeous piece. This is a piece which I don't think you would regret buying. It's a magic piece. Could you? What's the downsides to this watch? Well, it's not a sports watch. It's not a sports watch. So the waterproofing is you know, it's not like a Rolex, which is waterproof, but as far as a watch goes, it's pretty damn amazing. The Reversos, I've got a Reverso Grand Date. I think they're an amazing watch, beautiful watch. The only negative is it's very fashionable to have sports watches. Sports watches, you know, what would you get in sport? The only thing remotely you could get would be like a Rolex Explorer 2. And this is such a stronger candidate in the sense it's horology, dress watch, it's elegant. If I was a one and done sort of person, what would I prefer? The JLC, you couldn't go wrong with it. It is a little bit more delicate than a Rolex, but absolutely amazing. It's a classy watch, classy, absolute class. It's absolutely gorgeous. So guys, that's my advice. If you're going to buy online, make sure you buy from a seller you can trust. I would prefer a seller who, someone like David SW, very, very renowned seller. If you want to check, is that price competitive? Compare it on Chrono24. Now, if it's, say, in the middle, well, it's in the middle. You could always ask for a discount, but, you know, the thing is if you're within Kui, $1,000 either side's not going to kill or make the deal. It's more so you're not paying 20,000 Canadian, you're paying 13,000 Canadian. Big saving. Would I buy it? Yes, actually, that's a watch I would buy. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I love the tribute. That's that retro look to the original Reverso. It's got the tribute series was that tribute to the original 1931 piece. Very interesting that the Calatrava came out in 1932. So very, very similar. I got to tell you, the Reverso itself, it's got a charmed steel complication. It's gorgeous. I think you'd love that watch. That's a watch for a purist who knows watches. It's just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. That's all I can say. It's a gorgeous watch. David SW is a great dealer. I hope it works out well. I hope you love it. And I will see you in the next one. Guys, like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Don't forget, guys, I can't survive with Google ads alone. I desperately need these paid reviews to keep me on YouTube. Without these paid reviews, I'm not going to survive. So I really do need your help. I need your help. The paid reviews are very important to me. So please, guys, please get a paid review done. I'm Paul Pluta, and I will see you in the next one. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the Pontiff goes. You know, some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW.